down, Germany, you know, just different places. And I'll sit there and just go through Google and find images and be like, awesome, 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 awesome. So if I say, okay, I need a bridge. I need a really good-looking bridge. I want something that's a little bit old world. Ponte Vecchio, Florence. I'll pull up my Florence pictures and I'll be like, Ponte Vecchio, there we go. And I now have, you know, something to base off what I'm drawing, so I can be like, okay. Because otherwise, I'd be like, here's the bridge. Yay! That's water. Yay! But now that I've got a real-world reference, I can say, okay, let's get rid of crap little kid bridge. Bye-bye, crap little kid bridge. Bye-bye, dude. Thanks.
Bye-bye, crap little kid city.
Bye, crap little kid. Right. Thanks. So now I can say, okay, Ponte Vecchio. That's going to be, let's see. It extends that way. It's got a slight curve, but not too much. It's got a central pillar here that extends, but it's got buttress sort of situation here. It's got this. Now it also has buildings over the top of it. The buildings are shuttered, so the shutter's going to be about here, and then the roofs come down like that, thatched, and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, and the windows are there, blah, 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 and there's a little flower thing here, and I'm pulling all this real-world knowledge from something that I'm sure we've all seen, but we didn't maybe know what it was, or didn't register it later, but it's going to go in the minds of your readers and the minds of the people who are looking at your work and be like, that's real. See what I'm saying? As opposed to, or we'll finish Ponte Vecchio right here. Yay, come buy my crap, tourists, yay! We're a famous bridge, it's Florence, yay! And
there are houses on the Ponte Vecchio?
Huh?
There are houses on the Ponte Vecchio?
There are buildings and houses on the Ponte Vecchio.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's very cool, actually. The river is pretty. And they sell you crap like silver, and then the cops come by and are like, you go away, blah, 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 because guys are selling shit illegally, and it's like, I want to buy that, come back. And there's buildings on this side, and everything is so pretty, and they've got potted plants everywhere, because there's nowhere to plant things that aren't in a pot. And then there's the hills, and the Duomo, and the Duomo. Okay, so there's that. So real world thing. Now this, just from memory, rings more true than bridge, water, yay. This bridge is like, no, little kid, I don't think so. So, do we see what I'm saying? You know, the bridge is real world perspective, real world. I saw this once, real world, blah, 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 blah. So, myth. Let's get rid of this layer. It's got a lot of stuff on it now. Let's make a new layer. Yeah, that's a good idea. I didn't give a shit what's in that waste time. I want my bridge. So that's basically background. Reference real world things, learn basic perspective. But I would have killed myself trying to learn like 3-point perspective. I mean, we're not Albrecht Dürer in here, okay? Who, by the way, his woodcuts, oh my God, that man must have had no social life. I'm just saying, it's like perspective was just invented. Give me a year. Bam! Perspective is my bitch. I'm just invented this crap. He's like, what? Renaissance, German, what? You got one perspective point? That's cute. I got 3. What? Italians? What?
And we should kill ourselves learning perspective if we want to.
Sure, if you want to.
What about cubism?
Cubism. I actually really enjoy cubism. I do. It's great. It's just like thing that our teacher taught me once, and it was really cool. You get yourself, like, get the craziest crap you've got, like in your house, put it in a pile, and make a still life. Get yourself a piece of newsprint and a piece of vine charcoal, which there's no fixative in vine charcoal. It's a burnt vine. And it crumbles and it goes away, and it's meant for sketching, and then you erase it, and you're left with a very faint imprint of what you drew. That way you can go back. It's like, you know, okay, I've got my outline, but it's not like, so, and get your vine charcoal. And, like, I did a baby doll with, like, a missing eye, and half its head was melted, and, like, a teapot, and an iron, and, you know, an old boot. And draw it for about 10 minutes, and then erase it, and then move, and then draw it, and then erase it, and then move, and then draw it, and erase it, and that's about 3 or 4 times. Then you go back with your hard charcoal, and you start having like the ghost images. The like ghost images is like, there was a baby doll's head here, and I remember there was something there like that. And then there was, but when I moved again, suddenly there was an iron right here. I remember there being an iron. You just have these little faint images. There was a plug. I drew the plug at some point here. Here was the toe of the boot. What the hell was that about? And then over here was the arm of the baby doll, and and you're left with all these ghost images. Well, awesome, because then you come through with your darker charcoal, and you're like, cool. And you're looking at all these ghost images, you're like, how can I make a composition of this in a cubist fashion? Now, cubism doesn't necessarily mean squares. Cubism is more of a, it can, but it's not limited to. So, the experiment we did, which I still have this sketch, I'm like, creepy, but awesome, is it's multiple angles of the same sort of situation, which turn themselves into like a finished piece. And of course you're like shading different areas as you go. So because you were in a different place for each piece, the shading is not going to match up throughout the piece. You're going to have like a million billion different light sources going on, but that's okay, because now you're getting this strange like WTF piece. You know, Picasso's like, I don't know that, you don't know me, but still. Boot. You can shear off and make more square if you want to, or you can continue with a random giant curve every now and then to say this turns into the end of the plug up here. And what if, there was also the image of like the baby doll's hand or something right there. Well, now you got that coming out, and then you got all that in shade, but then this is all bright and white, and this is all in shade, and then you got like a boot tongue here, but there's the arm of that baby coming back out again, and blah, blah, blah. It's a really great, really fun, really creepy experiment. You never know what you're going to get, and sometimes it's like, that's fun, other times you're like, hey, Mom! So, give that a shot, see what you think about it. Cubism can be a lot of fun. It doesn't have to be all, I could do that, the eye is over there, and the nose is over there. Yeah, give it a shot. Give it a shot. And when people look at like Jackson Pollock's work and like Picasso's work, his cubist piece, and they're like, I could do that. It's like, yeah, I do, but you didn't. So, and if you look at Picasso's early stuff, before he started doing his cubist pieces and he went to his blue period and all that, he could paint real people, real things, and like he's drawing all this from a knowledge of anatomy. He's not just pulling it like, I don't know how to draw, but I can fake it. Eyeball goes here, nose over here, mouth is like this. Give me money. Right? He came from a knowledge and base, and he chose to break away to paint in the style he did. That's why his work is important. Okay, so when people are like, I could have done that, I'm like, come here, little kid. So, and that's because I was an art teacher. Yeah. Rage! It's kind of in my sleeping time. I'm like, God damn, little kids, it's early. When can I be home? Anyway, what do you want? You want to learn? God!
Emo rage quit.
Huh?
Emo rage quit.
What?
Never mind.
Okay. So, blah, blah, blah. I've just kind of been going off on whatever you guys want to hear about. I think it's working. Anybody have any further questions on drawing techniques in general? Yeah?
Can you tell me about faces? Every time I try to draw, or who or what I'm drawing, it always comes out looking like some ugly deformed man.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with ugly poor men. I love drawing old people and wrinkly people and people with lots of facial. I love drawing house because he's got like those big eyes, those low brow with lots of wrinkles here and lots of bags here and then lots of wrinkles here and then lots of fuzz right here. And to an artist, that's like, yes. And like David Tennant, well,